Has your refrigerator seen better days? It's used more regularly than any other appliance in your house, so it's only natural that you encounter spills, those sticky spots, and food debris. But no one wants to sift through a messy fridge when it's time to eat. Organizing expert Helen Austin is here with some ideas to keep our fridges neat and organized.
Yes.
Thank you so much for all that you do. And I think that I need you to come to my house for this one in particular. So you have some just easy ways.
There's some really simple ways.
Yeah, to stay organized.
Yes, and also note, fridges come in very many different shapes and sizes. Freezers are up or down. So I'm giving you some tools that you can implement in whatever's going to work best for your fridge situation. So first, I just want to encourage you to consider how you arrange your fridge. Think in zones. So group your produce together, group your meat product together. Actually be intentional. So that's the thing. Be intentional with using your space. Most time we're just indiscriminate. We put stuff places. So we're going to actually be thoughtful about what we're doing. But you talk about those spills and messes. There's a really cool trick where you can line the surface with press and seal wrap. And so when you have a spill, it's a quick pull off and replace it rather than having to scrub the cold, awkward, fridge.
Yes,
so use press and seal to line those spaces.
You don't keep the door open too long, so this way just to roll it up and fold it in.
You can stay organized too when it's cleaner. I mean, it just feels better, right?
Great
so
advice.
This is a fun little trick. So we're going to actually use containers in your fridge. And in your freezer, and I'll point that out in a minute. So these come in all different shapes and sizes. I love these acrylic, clear plastic containers. You can see through them. That extra vantage point is worth the extra cost because it does cost a little bit more. Some great ideas for categories to group things that you may not always think about are snacks, especially if you have children, or if you just want to have a quick place to grab something maybe a little more nutritious.
And put that at their eye level.
Yeah, so you can actually see it. Keeping fruit and things grouped together. One thing that I really have loved doing is creating an Eat Me First box. So, and this can be in different shapes and sizes depending on how many people are in your family, but this will hold the items that you're like, oh no, we need to eat this in a day or two, it's going to go bad. So we don't waste food and it saves you money as well. Wow. So have an Eat Me First box on hand. Another trick is to, now picture this more as your the door in your fridge. So where you store all this stuff. If you put an egg carton in that door, or use a container like this, you can store these items that need to be upside down to have quick use. And then if it spills, this is also a whole lot easier to fix.
I love that, and we all have that from our leftover egg containers.
Yes, certainly. And also I forgot to mention, labeling these. You can't use typical labels in a fridge, but these clear sticker paper that you can put into your printer and print in any, way. It's really easy. And you want to use those and label still. We're marking things up.
You're so good
Even
at
label your shelves too. If you're having issues with people not returning items, it doesn't hurt to label those zones on your shelves. So it can be helpful. Lazy Susans are also great. They're great for a lot of spaces. Just make sure you're using big items on a large Lazy Susan, otherwise things get lost in the middle. So you can put these in here and then you can still see and access everything quite easily. When you're storing leftovers or just food in general, I have a preference for these glass storage containers. You can see better, they stack better, so they're gonna save a lot of space and room rather than round and awkward things, and they come in large and small sizes. Plus,
I love those.
And they stay actually. Take a small Post-it note and mark the day that you put it in the fridge so that then it's not a mystery as to how old your food is.
And finally,
freezer.
These are like file cabinets that they say file, right?
So this is a magazine holder, and also, the ones that typically have like that little divot. You can use those too as long as they're plastic. You can't use the cardboard ones. But what's really cool about these, this is, the file, so I'm gonna take this stuff out. You can use these in your freezer. So if you have an up or high freezer, sometimes stacking them on their side. This makes it so that you can place items like this just right in here.
There you go.
So that you don't have that weird dig effect and things aren't falling. And then if you have a lower one, these just go side by side. Just drop them in and label it, mark it.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
This is great advice. For more information from Organized by Helen, we'll have a link at kclive.tv later on today. We so appreciate you keeping us organized.
Thanks.